Hello there, my crafty friends. It's Candy here from sweetstamper.com, and I am here on YouTube Live for a little stamping social time, and we are going to stamp. We're going to have a little social time, and it's going to be different. So I do like to change things up. Whoopsie, I'm trying to look to see if I'm coming through on my computer. Hopefully I'm live. Let me know if you are here. That will help me ever so much. Let's see. Let's see. It says I'm live. So hopefully I am here. Ha! I see comments. Hello there, Kathy and Kelly and Cynthia. Okay, this is going to be fun. Okay, well, now, if I click on here, I wonder if I can see it on my computer. Oh, I can. Okay. Woohoo. You know, I do like to kind of fly by the seat of my pants. I like to live a little bit dangerously. I like to change things up. So, if you are new here, or if you're not one of my regular viewers, I want to let you know that I am typically, every week, I am on Facebook Live on Thursdays. But I've just started kind of venturing out a little bit into YouTube Live. So my Facebook Live on Thursday, I download and share on YouTube. And so it's a replay. And I thought, well, okay, I'm going to change things up. I've come here on YouTube Live a couple of times now. And tonight I wanted to be able to interact with people. And I was originally going to do this in Zoom, and then, you know, Zoom is sometimes a little bit intimidating for people. Sometimes people don't want to show their face, which you don't have to do on Zoom. But sometimes people find it a little bit clunky if you're not used to Zoom. Sometimes, a lot of us got used to it during the pandemic. But sometimes it's like, holy cow, I'm trying to navigate this and I'm not quite there. So I just thought, kind of last minute, I thought I'm going to just jump in and do this on YouTube Live. So, welcome. So we're going to chat for a few minutes, and I'm going to do some projects with you. And you know, I always chat while I'm stamping. I love when you guys give me feedback. So anything you want to ask questions, if you want to comment on anything, please let me know. So the first thing I want to mention is our amazing starter kit special. And I'm super happy that Kelly is one of my team members, and she's here tonight. So when you purchase a starter kit, you join Stampin' Up, kind of by default. And that's just what happens when you purchase the starter kit. And right now, and we only have this for, let's see, the 28, 29, 30, 4 more days, counting today, the starter kit special. So right now through Halloween, which is my birthday, you can choose $155 of whatever you want, and you only pay $99 plus tax. I mean, to me, that is just like a great deal. So you only pay $99 and you're choosing $155, so that's $56 that you get for free. And I did want to begin, hey Sharon, I'm glad you're here. I did want to begin my little chat with the numbers, because I am not a numbers girl, not at all. Since I was a child, numbers are challenging for me. So I thought, okay, you know that saying, well, it came out with a business training like decades ago, and it was kind of eat the frog. In other words, do the thing that you don't want to do first. So I'm talking numbers first tonight. But yeah, it is a great deal. And hey, Susan, I'm glad you're here. And Susan is also part of my team, and I'm thrilled she's here tonight as well. So when you choose the $155, it can be anything. So we have our online exclusives. We have an amazing kit sale going right now. We have our annual catalog, and we have our holiday catalog. So there's a lot to choose from. On top of that, there are some brand new online exclusives that will release in a few days in November. If you want to add some of those to your starter kit, I can give you the link that shows them to you. There's some really cute things coming up. So all of that, I don't know about you, I don't have any trouble at all spending $155 with Stampin' Up. It doesn't take me long. So you only pay $99 plus tax. You get free shipping and a free paper pumpkin. So that's kind of the numbers up front right there. The other two numbers I wanted to share with you before I go on is that once you have that starter kit, the rest of your wish list, I don't know about you, I've been doing this for 16 years. I still have wish lists. I can't buy everything at once. But you get 20% off on anything you purchase after that, as long as you remain active. Now, speaking of remaining active, right now when you join, one of the great things about joining now is you remain active all the way through March of next year. That's amazing. You automatically, without doing anything else, you remain active through March of next year. That means you'll be able to see the preview of the spring catalog, which happens for demonstrators, which you would become in December. And that means you also get to see Celebration in December, and that means you get to pre-order in December and earn Celebration in December, which means you get a whole extra month of Celebration. Holy cow, that is amazing. So Celebration lasts January, February. For demonstrators, we get 3 months. And demonstrators is just the name that Stampin' Up! Gives us when we join. You don't have to demonstrate anything for anybody ever if you don't want to. You don't have to do videos. You don't have to hold classes. The vast majority of demonstrators, hey Frankie, I'm so glad you're here. The vast majority of demonstrators just enjoy the discount. You know, it's like joining Costco or Sam's Club. They just enjoy the discount. And that is so awesome. I haven't paid full price for stamps since I started 16 years ago. And that's one of my favorite things is the discount. Hey Marlene, I've got another team member here. Welcome, welcome. So that is our starter kit special. That gives you the numbers as far as how much you spend. $99, you get $155 of whatever you want, and you only pay tax. Shipping is free, paper pumpkin is free. You remain active through the end of March, which is pretty amazing. And you get a 20% discount on anything you purchase after that starter kit. So I'm going to chat a little bit more, but I think I'm going to turn the camera down. And like I said, this is kind of, I'm a rank amateur here on YouTube Live. I kind of have Facebook Live down. I kind of have my system. YouTube Live is a little different. I have to use a different camera setup. So you're going to have a little bit of a flip down. And let me know if you have any questions. I do love feedback. I love questions. Thank you very much for the early happy birthday, Kathy. I appreciate that. And I'm going to flip down, and hopefully you won't just be seeing the ceiling. Let's see. Okay. I think this is going to work. Okay, let's go for it. Like I said, I like changing things up. I like living a little bit on the edge. And so we shall see. I'm going to take you with me, and hopefully it won't make you seasick. Here we go. Oh, I see what I just did. I just gave you my hand. Okay. Well, that didn't take long to figure out. Okay. Hopefully I'm not making you seasick. Let me get you a little bit straighter. Okay. Okay. So what I wanted to do with this is, while we are chatting a little bit more about the starter kit special, I wanted to make a couple of projects with you. So with this little event, see my air quotes, with this little event, I do have a packet. So what I'm doing is, if you want this packet, I'll send it to you for $25. It's 3 cute cards. You get 2 yards of this awesome pom-pom trim, and you get a package of these little berries. Do I have a full package here on hand? No, I have bits and pieces. And you get all of the supplies for this, and where's my paper? Then you also get 6 sheets of this adorable paper. This is the Snowy Wonder, I think. And these are the very heavily patterned fronts. And then you have really nice background patterns on the back. So I have several team members for whom, well, I did a challenge for for all my team. And I have some team members that earned this for free. So they're going to get this packet for free. So let's talk while we stamp. And while I'm talking and stamping, I'm going to talk to you about the fact that my team gets to get in on some fun creative challenges, and we do business challenges, and they're totally optional, but people do enjoy engaging in that way. And we post these on a Facebook group. We have a private Facebook group, and it's a lot of fun. There's never any pressure when we do creative challenges and people enter the challenge. They just share their project, and then as long as you share a project, we're all going to ooh and ah over it, and then your name will go into the drawing. And I give away a lot of prizes every month. Oh, look at that side. I love that side. We're going to get to that side in a minute. Every month I give away a lot of prizes, and that is at the team meeting as well as with the creative challenges and the business challenges. So let me tell you about team meeting. So team meeting is free to everybody that wants to join us. We do meet on Zoom, and that way everybody can join in. The one ink pad you're going to need on these 3 projects, I used Poppy Parade. You could use Real Red if you don't have Poppy Parade. Let's see, I'm going to use Be Merry. This is the bundle I'm using. Now let me just tell you a funny boo-boo on me. The dies. The dies I've had a little bit of a challenge with. So let me tell you, because Frankie's on here, I was all set to make up these packets for my team members and anybody else who wanted a packet. Well, I couldn't find the dies anywhere. Found the stamps, but couldn't find the dies. Well, lo and behold, I had inadvertently sent the dies with the stamps. So this is the way I oftentimes store my dies. Here, I'll put the dies over here, like so. Well, when I was prepping another class, I took this stamp set like this and sent it to Frankie because she had ordered the stamps. Well, I didn't realize my dies were in there. So I had it everywhere. I cleaned my studio up, turned it upside down, and I finally came to the conclusion I must have mailed them to a customer inadvertently. So I just kind of put out on a newsletter. I said, hey folks, you know what? I intended to send these packets out and I can't get to them until next week because I don't have the dies. I purchased the dies, I've used the dies, can't find them anywhere. Well, Frankie very kindly messaged me and said, I have your dies. She said, after I saw your news, I went in and looked, and lo and behold, I have your dies. So funny. Yeah, this is my life. I don't know about anybody else, but this is my life, and I end up doing silly things on a fairly regular basis. But I do like to keep it real, and I do like to laugh at myself and not take myself too seriously. So I am using, this is one of our new in colors, and I like it. This is Summer Splash. It's brighter than Coastal Cabana. I'll show you the difference because originally I used Coastal Cabana, and you guys can tell me which one you prefer. Now I'm going to do a little ribbon tail here like so. So yeah, we do a lot of fun things within my team. And I just want to tell you that there's room for you in my team. What I love about my team is we're fairly good size, and that means you get a lot of perks. But we're small enough to where you can be known if you want to be. I have team members who never say a peep. They're quiet, and that's okay. Grab some. If you don't want to be known, you don't have to be. But we have opportunities to chatter. We have opportunities to share our projects with one another. We have opportunities to meet together online and in person. And you know, the great thing is we have developed within the team some amazing friendships and people who never would have met otherwise, people who are in different cities and different states. And I love, love, love that. I don't know about you, but I can always use an extra friend. Well, not an extra, another friend, I should say. Now, let me give you a tip on this. When you have this kind of paper, you have to decide who you're going to cover up. because I'm going to have to cover some kind of a snowman. I could go way down here, or I can go up here. And I think I'm going to kind of come up here so that you can see this guy. I think 3 snowman faces is going to be enough. I'm glad that you are enjoying the team, Kelly. She is saying that everybody has been so welcoming. And Susan thinks that we have the greatest team leader. Oh, thank you very much. I think it's the greatest team ever. I know I'm prejudiced, but what I find the qualities within our team are that we are very welcoming. And I will say that our team name is Southern Sweet Stampers. And that is, I put in the name Southern, put that word in there, not because everybody lives in the South, but because, in my mind at least, and I'm the one that put this team together, Southerners are known for their hospitality. And I wouldn't say it's just my mind. I mean, sorry, I'm knocking this. In fact, I have had, and I still have friends up north, but they're not known for being super friendly and outgoing. So there's a welcome mat on a lot of Southerners' homes. And I know that, there's Southerners who are rude as well. That's just, But for the most part, Southern culture is very welcoming. So that's why we are the Southern Sweet Stampers. And I do find that our team reflects that. We are a very welcoming bunch. We're a friendly bunch. And the other thing I love about our team is that we very much encourage one another. When somebody will put a project up on Facebook and say, you know what, this needs something. People don't just say, oh, no, I think it's, if they think it's wonderful, they will say that. But if they'll also say, if it's an honest question, I like this, but I think if you added this, it would be even better. So they're going to give you that feedback that you're looking for, but not be rude about it. Isn't this cute? Super simple. So I love that kind of, not even constructive criticism, really just constructive help. And, somebody just came in from Michigan. Hello, Maria. I'm so glad you are here. Oh, Saginaw, that's supposed to be really pretty. I confess, I've never been to Michigan. I hope to visit sometime. My son did a little stint up there in his chef life, but not at a time when I could go and visit. So now he's in Hong Kong, and we are going to visit in November. So a little different part of the world. So let me show you the 2. And you can tell me which one you like best. So this is my original, and I used, this is using Coastal Cabana. This is using Summer Splash, and it's not a big difference, but this is definitely deeper and probably a little bit more green. And you can see that based on where the snowmen are is going to be kind of where you put your label. And okay, so there is card number 1. And continuing to chat about my amazing team. I will say the other thing is, you do not have to remain active in Stampin' Up. There's no requirement. And if you are no longer active, you just go back to being a customer. There's no, stamping police out. There's nobody coming after your starter kit or anything like that. There's no obligation. But I will say, I've been a demonstrator for 16 years, probably coming up to 17. And I have a couple of demonstrators who've been with me for 15 years. And I am just amazed by that. We have a lot of longevity in our team. And I feel like that is, it speaks volumes about the team. And I'm super proud of them. We have team members who do classes. We have team members who do, I want to mention Monica to you. Monica's been a team member for probably about 7 years. She does no classes, but she loves to do charity events. And I say she doesn't do classes for profit. And she also will round up for us sometimes. Recently, she did a roundup of cards for veterans. And so she is a great point person for helping us to donate cards to places that will meaningfully use the cards and put them to good use. And I appreciate that so much. So Sharon says you like the original snowman placement. Well, you know, some of that comes down to where yeah, I do too, because you can see all three of the snowmen. This one, we got one in hiding over here. That's just kind of luck of the draw when you're cutting your paper. And if you don't want to waste any at all. Okay, I'm going to give you another, going to do another card. And now we're going to use my favorite color, which is Petal Pink. So we have a lot of longevity within the team, which makes me super proud. And like I said, if you are no longer active, then you just go back to being a customer. Now that means you don't get the perks. You don't get to be part of my team. You don't get to get the 20% off. You don't get to be, get first dibs on the events or on the catalogs. Events. Speaking of events, Stampin' Up! Does some pretty awesome events, and you can access those as an active demonstrator. So in the spring of next year, I'm trying to remember when, I think it might be in April, there is going to be a Stampin' Up! On stage, which is the name for a Stampin' Up! Convention, and that is going to be in Raleigh, North Carolina. And I know a bunch of us from my team are going. Some of us, there's always a hotel with the convention center. But some of us are renting a house. I think there's about 10 or 12 of us that are doing a house together. And I will say, it is super fun when you do that. It's kind of like a sorority weekend get together. It's a lot of fun. And brings out the girls in all of us. We become girls and not women anymore. I think it restores our youth, and we end up having so much fun together. So that's coming up in, like I said, I think it's April of next year. So I should probably not talk too much while I'm trying to place this. So these are 5 by 2 inch pieces. And I like to do them at 2. I like to overlap them a little bit so that there's not I don't want to have to get them exactly straight. Now on this card, I'm going to lay this right across like so. I don't personally prefer using the pom-pom ribbon and wrapping it. I like to lay it, or I like to tie it. And so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to grab this and a mini glue dots. This I'm going to lay right across here. So yeah, I would love if you had any questions about being a demonstrator. The other thing is, if you've been a demonstrator before, you can jump back in. Susan, who is on here tonight with us, she's one of my team members. She was a team member for a long time, and then, kind of life happens, and she had some illness issues, and she needed to just kind of take care of herself for a while. So she had to step back, and I think she was out for about a year. And then she just recently joined again with this amazing starter kit special. So that's the beauty of this, is there's no obligation. There's just fun. And I don't know about you, but I think fun, friendship, we need more of that, not less of that. And I like meeting people who, even if I'm just meeting them online, meeting people who love the same thing that I love, and that's stamping. So, okay, now I need the stamp that says Winter Wishes. And of course, I'm yakking up a storm. So do I have the stamps? Oh, no, they're here, and I took them out. Okay, Candy, let's see. Well, I will not talk for a minute so I can figure out where I put the stamps. Ay, ay, ay. If y'all see them, let me know. Let's see. I was yakking. I laid them down. I took them out. Lord have mercy on my soul. This is my life, people. This is why I can't ever find anything. Ah, they slid underneath here. No wonder. Yeah, Susan said it was too good a deal to pass up. Amen. I totally hear you. Now, I also wanted to mention on this card, one of the things that I'm really working at is to make cards that I'm going to send not just for Christmas. I have a couple of people that I am planning to send a card every week during December because I know the holidays are hard for them. And this is my way of just sending them a little handmade card to let them know I'm thinking of them. This is a perfect card for that. It's not overly Christmassy. It has really nice colors, and it has winter wishes. So some of the things that also happen within my team is we have a lot of creative inspiration. We do creative challenges every month, and those serve as really like a creative prompt to help you get your creative juices flowing. I do share my tutorials with my team, and now they come after the fact, so they'll come a month or two after I've run events, and I confess that sometimes I forget, and then somebody will reach out and ask for some, and that is something, just always like to keep it real, folks. Sometimes I have too many balls that I'm juggling at one time, but I share my own tutorials, and then we also we have a team meeting every month. And I purchase a tutorial from another demonstrator, and I share that with everybody in the team because I like to be able to share with my team the work of another top achiever who has a different style from mine. I think it's important. And it's an investment that I make in my team. And then I also offer that particular tutorial as a class packet at the rock bottom price of $15, and that's shipped, and it comes with paper, gems, all kinds of goodies, whatever happens to work that month. And so that gives them an opportunity, totally optional, to get a hold of what I call the team meeting packet. We demonstrate those projects, or at least give tips and tricks on them during the Zoom meeting. And the Zoom meeting is recorded, so if they're not able to join, now you will see a little bit of shine here, and I'll tell you why. I should probably do this. So, full disclosure and top tip. This particular die in this particular set is a bit of a bear to run through and pull all the pieces out. I could not get it to do, and so I ran it through with wax paper. And when I did, I didn't pull all the little wax paper bits off. And then it came through like a champ. But before that, it was wanting to tear. So it is like a filigree here. And you can take the filigree pieces out, or you can leave them. I like to leave them. Sometimes I take them out. But I like to be able to do both of those things. Okay, there is card number 2. Once again, I used a not cherry cobbler, Poppy Parade stamp pad. Okay, I'm going to pull this off, and my last card is maybe my favorite. So let me show you what we're going to do. Okay, so we have a pool party card base, and we are going to do something a little bit different here. We are going to take a piece of basic white that has been run through with the Snowflake Sky, I think is the name of this embossing folder. Great embossing folder. And I think you could do it either way. You can have it where the sky is really, really heavy snow and it's coming down. Personally, I prefer to use it where it's coming down, but it's settling down here. So that is, that's the way I like to do Snowflake Sky. And this is just a 5 1/4 by 3, the most common layer that we use. I actually kind of have it in my head to do a little, I think I like this better, to do a little video series on kind of stamping basics that maybe sometimes get lost along the way, as far as like really good useful cuts. And I do love this piece of paper. Really useful cuts for designing, and maybe some tips on cutting. I end up having people tell me that they have trouble cutting their cardstock and their layers. And so I think that needs to be, I think I'm going to do that. Now, this is another piece. I really love the backgrounds. These are really cool, but I tend to like these smaller patterns. I find them easier to work with. So let me know what you guys are thinking about this YouTube Live format. It's pretty similar to Facebook Live. Like I said, I have to use my camera differently, and I'm still kind of finding my way as to how it works. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to layer these, and I'll show you what I mean. So let's first of all get Celebrate the Holidays in here. Or I could do Merry Christmas to You. Let's see. Let's do Celebrate the Holidays. Again, doing a kind of a wintry card. I could definitely send this as well as a Christmas card. But I would probably send this one just on its own as a Christmas card. These photopolymer stamps, when you're doing things like this, really make all the difference. The other thing I want to just mention, I think would be a great thing to put into your starter kit, is this Glass Mat Studio. I love it. Absolutely love it. I actually have 2 in my studio now. I did not think I was going to. I was very skeptical. I tend to be like, just give me a place to stamp and I'll make it work. I'll clear out all of the piles of stuff and I will just make it happen. But you know, this has become a real favorite of mine. It is an amazing surface to stamp on. And this little guy right here to kind of keep some of your things straight is really helpful. There's also a little cleaning cloth, and I have it in a little case, and I do like it. It's much thinner than the chamois. I think, and I'm still kind of finding my way with it, I think that you're meant to use it pretty much to clean the mat, and not clean your stamps with it. Although I don't think it would hurt it if you cleaned your stamps with it. So speaking of cleaning your stamps, let me do this. But then, of course, it's going to end up looking like this. And I'm still at that stage where I want it to look pretty and perfect. So I haven't messed it up too much. Anybody else like that? You have something new and you want it to look really pretty? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this little guy in half. And I'm going to use this. This is a silver foil. And I'm just going to cut it right in the center. And then I'm going to nip off these little points. And that is going to give me a layer of silver underneath here. And I think it's a great way to maximize this label, which is really pretty awesome. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put plenty of seal on the ends here. And then I find if you just lay it down like so and line it up, I want those lines underneath there, and then press. That's it. And you might wonder, once I put this down, I'm going to put this on my card with dimensionals. I've been using minis all night. It's just because that's all I could find. So, okay. Once again, I'm going to make a little tail with this lovely pom-pom ribbon. So Estella is, Estella is one of my fellow demonstrators here in San Antonio, and she comes to my single day retreats. So welcome, welcome. It's great to see you here, Estella. And yeah, the Glass Mat Studio is the bomb. It really is. Now I have mini glue dots somewhere in all of this stuff. Let's see, where did I put them? Haha. Usually I've laid something down on top of it. I will confess to you, I'm a messy stamper. My space is always messy. Now it's clean. I get all the glue off, I clean my blocks. People laugh at me because I clean, like I Goo Gone them and then I put them through Dawn and my floor is clean, but man, my studio is messy. So I like it clean, but I do like it messy until I just can't find anything anymore. And then I have to break down and tidy everything up. But then when I start working again, I don't work tidy. I work messy. So that's why the mess happens again very, very quickly, much to my studio helper's dismay. You know, when you're going to be a helper in my studio, one of the requirements is you're going to have to be super organized, because I'm not. And you always want somebody to work with you that balances you. So I need people who have traits other than the same ones I have. Okay, here we go. So, like I said, if you don't want to reach out here with a question, right in front of God and everybody on YouTube Live, if you have a question for me, I would invite you to ask afterwards. You can send me a message. I am sweetstamper.com is my blog. You can go there and just click on join the fun, and that will take you to the page where you can join. If you have a question, you'll see a little email me button on there. You can also just go to candy@sweetstamper.com. That is my email address, and ask me any questions at all. But I really encourage you to take the plunge. There's not going to be another deal like this for who knows how long. And I think that it's just a great gift to yourself. You know, sometimes as women, we just give and give to everybody else, and we forget that, you know, if mama gets sick, the whole house kind of falls apart. We need mama to be in a good place. And whether you're mom when you've got kids still at home, or whether you are like me, an empty nester, and you just need to be able to have something of your own and call something your own. I tell you, I never thought when I started this journey that I'd be where I am and that I would love it as much as I do. I love every aspect of being a demonstrator, of being a team leader. Really love my team. Interact with them and celebrate them and encourage them and help them. It's just such a joy. Now, I'm just putting a couple of these little pearl ones because I don't want to take away from that silver. I really want that to be a focal point. So I felt like if I put red dots on there, it was going to be a little bit too much. So Susan is saying, you won't regret the decision. And you're right. There are no strings attached. That is a great point. Thank you, Susan. So if anybody else has comments on other aspects of the starter kit that I have forgotten to share, I would love for you to share those. Like I said, these are 3 sweet, simple cards, easy to reproduce. If you want a kit where all the dies are done for you, you get some of the paper and some of the ribbon and a full package of the berries. I will have that registration link up when I finalize this video. So now let's see if I can really get fancy here and say goodbye to you in person. Let's see if I can do it. I think I can. Let's see. Yeah, I got my hand again. Or the ceiling. It's been really delightful to be with you here tonight. Thank you so much for coming out. Thank you for socializing with me, stamping with me. I hope that if you are not already a demonstrator, that you will consider joining with me. I'm so glad you liked the cards. I'm getting some love on the cards. Like I said, they're super simple. I confess, I'm working on some corporate cards. I do what I call corporate cards, and that is cards for local businesses. And I've got a big order that I'm working on, but I'm actually going to have designed, but I'm hoping some of my helpers are going to work on my personal Christmas cards while I'm in Hong Kong, so that when I get back, all of my Christmas cards for customers, for friends, for a team, they're going to go out after the first week in December, because I'm not back until December the 6th. So my Christmas cards are going out a little bit later than usual. Having said that, I have been known with my personal Christmas cards to send them out like the day before Christmas. I'm a lot better about that than I used to be. So, oh, Marlene, I'm glad you like the cards. And Cynthia's here. So thanks again for coming out and sharing with me. And I hope that this has been some good information for you, some useful information about being part of Stampin' Up. You know, when you click on the Join the Fun on sweetstamper.com, you'll see I give you like everything you get that Stampin' Up gives you once you purchase that starter kit, and then everything that I give you as being part of my team. So I think I've touched on the high points tonight. I don't like to overwhelm people with like, I could talk about the starter kit special. I could talk about my team for probably a good hour, but I don't like to overwhelm people with information because I know for me, I just kind of shut down after a while. I'm like, holy cow, I don't know. I don't know. That's way too much. That's way too much to think about. So you are so welcome. I'm getting some thank yous. So yeah, any kind of feedback. I like the good, the bad, and the ugly. I'll take it all. You know, as far as like this format, as far as being a demonstrator, as far as what, you know, if you have any questions at all, I definitely entertain them. So like I said, if you go to sweetstamper.com, that's my blog. You can pretty much, once you're at my blog, you can click on, in the tabs at the top will take you to like information about my card club, my monthly card club. There's one that says Join the Fun, and that's information about my team. There's one that says email, well, at the top, I think there's one that says shop and events. So all of my, I've put together all of my in-person events for 2025 on my Stampin' Up! Calendar. I'm actually really pretty impressed with myself over that, because I am a last minute Lucy, and it feels, I have to say, it feels really good to have all of that on my personal calendar with my husband on there. He knows when I have in-person classes, when I'm having in-person retreats. And then on the side of my blog, it has like an email me button. So if you go to sweetstamper.com, that's why when I come on, I always say, this is Candy from sweetstamper.com, because if you go there, you can pretty much find everything that I'm doing. Okay, that's it for tonight. I don't know about you, but I got several things I've still got to do tonight. So thanks again for hanging out with me. Take care and God bless. How do I stop this? Let's see.